Hello students, welcome to Notebook. Think of the city, town or region you live in. What is it famous for? Maybe it is known for a sweet dish, or a bridge, or a form of music. Most cities and states of the world are famous for something. For example, Tamil Nadu and Andhra Pradesh are famous for kalamkari work. It means work done with a pen. And the term is attached to painted and block printed cotton and silk textiles. The popular pizza Margherita owes its name to Italy's Queen Margherita. She visited the Pizzeria Brandi in Naples in 1889. The pizzaiolo, or the pizza maker, Rafael Esposito, made a pizza for the Queen that contained the three colors of the new Italian flag. So, find out what makes your region special. Meanwhile, we'll talk about how regional cultures, languages, and art forms which developed in India since the medieval ages. Most of these cultures emerged because of intermixing. They influenced each other. Let us find out how the Malayalam language developed in Kerala. As you know, Malayalam is spoken in present-day Kerala. The Chera rulers established a kingdom in the southwestern part of the Indian peninsula in the 9th century. Present-day Kerala was part of their kingdom. They introduced the regional Malayalam language and script in their inscriptions. For the first time, a regional language received official status. The temples and regional literature of the Cheras borrowed ideas from Sanskrit literature. The 14th century text Leelati Kalam, which deals with the grammar and poetics, was composed in Manipravalam. Leelati Kalam means diamonds and corals. Diamonds and corals refer to the two languages, Sanskrit and Malayalam. We will now talk about a regional religious tradition. The religious cult of Jagannatha evolved in Puri, Orissa, around the local deity Jagannatha. The Jagannatha temple was built in the 12th century by Anantavarman, an important ruler of the Ganga dynasty. It is an important center of pilgrimage today. In 1230, the king Anangabhima III dedicated his kingdom to Jagannatha and called himself the deputy of Jagannatha. The Mughals, the Marathas, and the English East India Company, who later captured Orissa, tried to gain control of the temple. They understood that the locals would respect and accept their rule only if they had control over this famous temple. Malayalam became the first regional language to receive the official status. Orissa became famous for the worship of Jagannath. What made Rajputana, present-day Rajasthan, special? Many groups or clans living in northern and central India and Rajputana became known as the Rajputs. Various Rajput rulers like Prithvi Raj ruled Rajputana or present-day Rajasthan since the 18th century. Heroism and bravery were very important for the Rajputs. They admired and followed the examples of brave warriors who died fighting instead of accepting defeat. They recorded the stories of their heroes in poems and songs. These songs were sung by specifically trained minstrels or singers to attract ordinary people. However, women did not have an important position in the Rajput society of the Middle Ages. They were not considered equal to men. Men either fought over women or protected women. Social evils like sati could be found among the Rajputs in the medieval ages. Sati was a practice in which women also ended their lives when their husbands died. They sacrificed themselves by sitting on the funeral pyre of their husbands and burning to death. Many reformers across India, like Raja Ram Mohan Roy, protested against the inhuman and cruel practice of sati. Governor General Lord William Bentinck passed a law which banned sati in British-ruled India. We will now look at the dance form Kathak, which originated in several parts of North India. The word Kathak comes from the word Kotha, which means stories. The Kathak dancers were storytellers who enacted or performed their stories through songs and gestures, which mean hand movements and facial expressions. They danced in the temples of North India. The Kathak dance form was a major part of the Bhakti movement. The legends or stories of Radha Krishna were performed in folk plays called Ras Leela. The dancers combined folk dance with gestures or movements of Kathak. Kathak was also performed in the court under Mughal rule. Kathak developed in two traditions or gharanas. One of the traditions was popular in the courts of Rajasthan and the other was popular in Lucknow. The two gharanas soon spread to the neighboring areas. Kathak dance involved rapid or fast movement of feet, beautiful costumes and performance of stories. Take a look at this painting. It is a Kangra painting or painting done by the Kangra artists. The Kangra artists followed the Vaishnavite traditions and their paintings developed from the miniature style of painting. Miniatures were small-sized paintings usually done in watercolor on cloth, paper, palm leaves or wood. They were used to illustrate Jaina religious texts in Western India. These brilliantly colored paintings were also popular during the Mughal period. They illustrated historical accounts, poetry, or the victories of the rulers in battles. Akbar, Jahangir and Shah Jahan highly patronized or favored the miniature artists. When Mughals lost their power, the miniature artists moved out of the courts. They migrated to different regional courts of the Deccan and Rajasthan. They began to illustrate themes from mythology and poetry in Mewar, Jodhpur, Bundi, Kota and Kishangarh. Miniature styles also developed in the Himalayan foothills around modern-day state of Himachal Pradesh. The bold and intense style of miniature called Basoli developed here in the 17th century. Bhanu Datta's Rasamanjari was the most popular text painted in this style. The Kangra school of painting also evolved in this region. We will now have a look at how the local culture and Bengali language evolved in Bengal. Bengali is a language which is derived from the Sanskrit language. However, this language had not evolved in ancient Bengal. Commercial or trade ties developed between Bengal and Magadha or South Bihar from the 4th to 3rd centuries BCE. This led to the growing influence of Sanskrit in Bengal. Bengal was later ruled by the Palas, the Delhi Sultans, and the Mughals. Persian was the official language of administration, while Bengali developed as the regional language or the language of the local people. Early Bengal literature falls into two categories. The first category is indebted to or influenced by Sanskrit. This forms the literature of and for the upper caste or Brahminical literature. It includes translation of Sanskrit epics, the Mangal Kavyas and Bhakti literature. Mangal Kavyas are holy poems which praise local gods and deities. Biographies with Chaitanya Deva, the leader of the Vaishnava Bhakti movement, form the Bhakti literature of Bengal. The second category of Bengal literature includes Nath literature. They are the songs of Mayanamati and Gopi Chandra stories of the worship of Dharma Thakur, fairy tales, folk tales and ballads. These were very popular in eastern parts of Bengal and were not influenced by the Brahmanas. Apart from the regional literature, the cult of Peers and the Temple of Bengal were very popular in this part of India. Many communities of fisher folk, shifting, cultivators, and new communities of farmers settled in southern eastern Bengal because it was a fertile area. Around this time, the Mughals were establishing their control over Bengal. The local communities looked up to community leaders who guided them and often had supernatural powers. People affectionately and respectfully called them peers. The saints or Sufis, other religious personalities, brave colonizers, soldiers, Hindu and Buddhist deities, and even animistic spirits were known as peers. Animism is the attribution of living soul to plants, non-living objects, and natural phenomena. Many temples were also built across Bengal since the late 15th century. Modest brick and terracotta temples were built in Bengal with the support of various local groups like the Kulu or oil pressers and the Kansari or bell metal workers. Local deities received the recognition of Brahmanas. They began to be kept and worshipped in temples. The temples now copied the double-roofed or the dochala and four-roofed, the chauchala structure of the thatched huts in Bengal. The Bengali style of architecture emerged from these temples, and the Mughals were influenced by the style. They were particularly fond of the Bangla dome and used it in many of their buildings. Fish was an important part of the diet and culture of Bengal. Bengal is a riverine plain which produces plenty of fish. Terracotta plaques on the walks of temples and viharas or Buddhist monasteries show scenes of fish being dressed and taken to market in baskets. Usually, Brahmanas from most parts of India do not eat non-vegetarian food because they belong to the class of priests. Fish was such an intrinsic part of the culture of Bengal that even a 13th century Sanskrit text, the Brihadharma Purana, allowed the local Bengali Brahmanas to eat certain varieties of fish. With that, we come to the end of our video lesson on the making of regional cultures. Around this time, in the medieval ages, nation-states were emerging in Europe. Nations were being created on the basis of a common language or a linguistic community. Find out more about these nations. See you soon in our other videos.